Okay, so this is Dr. Anima Mukherjee. Just two or three things that I need to just tell you that how to prepare for a competitive exam. We have to know how we should prepare for a competitive exam, and there are some questions come in our mind, that understanding the value of competitive exam. Then how to read some competitive exam study, how to read for the study, means what to read, what not to read, how to read. Then how to understand a concept, how to link a concept, then how to make strategies for competitive exam, and how to explore the resources, and how to collaborate with others, and how to be updated with the recent trends. All these things I will cover in a couple of slides. So to understanding the value of competitive exam, one should have to know the importance to judge your potential through competitive exam. Means when we appear for the exam, what we are doing, we are judging ourselves. Means what is our position, how far we are doing it. And you can see that India is such a well-populated country, and you can see that there is only 1 or 2 posts, but there are 10 peoples. So how to select the best way? It is for this, the competitive exam is here, and the importance is that in upcoming day also you can't deny competitive exam, whether you love it or don't love it. It is the reality. So first accept that for any selection, competitive exam is must. So we have to first have a positive attitude toward that. Okay, I am sitting for this exam. For what? Not for selecting, not for getting that, but to judge myself. So that kind of attitude should we have first. Then it is a way to challenge yourself. Means this is the way of subject. This is the subject, means you can say that syllabus. How good I can prepare, how good I can answer, how good my rank is. It is a kind of challenge to self. Then clearing competitive exam or sitting for the competitive exam make you a better student. Initially for normal examination, what you do, we just study, then some questions are asking, you are just answering that one. But for competitive exam, we have to have some competitive mindset. Means scoring marks is not important in competitive exam, but the importance is you have to score better than the others. So here is a competitive mindset that is growing when you are sitting in a competitive exam. Then your attitude is changed towards the life, because earlier you was seeing the life is a very simple, but nowadays you are seeing that when you are in competitive exam, you see that no, I have to be the better one. I have to prove that there is a struggle for existence. I have to crack that one. So this kind of attitudes are growth, and that will help you in your whole career. And it also influences your personality. You see the personality of the toppers of IAS or toppers of ARS or toppers of any good examination. The whole process of competitive exam make them through the fire like the gold. So the thing is that it is very important to have a mindset. Then how to read for the competitive exam study? So for this, it is very much important to go for the well-equipped. There are several points. So what I have already, I will not go to the things in a broad types. I have one blog article here. You can go to Food and Scientific Report. There you can see blog here.
Sorry to disturb you.
But
your slides are not moving, sir. It is just first slide.
Okay, sir. So is it visible now?
Now this blog side is visible.
Okay, sir. So I think some problem is there in Zoom.
You may please start press F5 so that it will be in a slide. So
okay, sir. So I think is it visible now, this slide?
Yes, Yes, it is visible, but not in slideshow mode.
But
So
I
it
think
will be
some
problematic if you
in
slide
slideshow
those
mode, I think some problem is there. So I have made some. I have zoomed it one.
Option, the slideshow option just below our
No, no,
right hand.
it's okay. It's okay.
Yes,
Is it
yes.
visible
Yes.
now?
No, sir. जो umbrella type, sir, just like 120%. Just
yes, it is visible.
Is it visible now, sir? In full slide mode? Or sir, let me do that in this mode only, sir, because I think some problem.
Share it again. Yes.
Yes, sir. Hello.
Hello.
Sir.
Yes, you can.
I can I say like this, because this is this font size is, I think, visible.
Okay,
I think
okay.
in a full slide mode, the slides are not moving in Zoom. Some problem is there. In earlier class also, I faced the same problem. So if you permit, then I can carry on like this only, sir.
Okay. Carry
okay.
On,
so what I was telling, that understanding the value of competitive exam, then it is important to have to explore that how to prepare for the competitive exam. So I have written one blog. You can go to foodandscientificreport.com. You will see a blog here, and you will open this one, and there is a detailed procedure how to study, and there are 17 secret studies. Thus, summarization is first of the most important thing is active study technique is first write class notes. Whatever the things you are getting from class, you write that one. Whatever things you reading from books, you just write, take notes, make visual diagram or mind maps that will help you to remember. Then test yourself how much you are retaining. Means after every day, you just at night sit for some time and just recall whatever you have written, whatever you have read today, and what you have learned today. So that is the things which will help you to retain the most of the concepts. And to clear a concept, you start teaching to your friend. This is the most important thing, because whenever you are teaching to someone, you have to be very much clear the concept. So that is the very best way. Then make summaries, because in exam you will not write down everything word by word, but you have to think, you have to remember in point wise. So making summaries is very much important. You can use acronyms like BODMS that we are using for that for solving math equations, and you have make some flashcards or short notes that will help you not only in that mains, but in case of interview also, it will brush up your. So all these things are there. Then what is important into how to understand a concept or linkage of a concept. Means we will not able to get everything in a same piece of paper. But if we go through not book wise but concept wise, then you can see that linking that concept, we can clear so many things, so many questions like this. Suppose NABARD. Okay, then NABARD, what are the different linking questions may be asked in examination? What is the full form of NABARD? You can see in several examination, it is coming in GRF. Okay, then what are the schemes that NABARD currently are running? It is a good question. It may be asked in SRF or ARS also. Then the establishment date and year. Okay, who is the DG of NABARD? Then what is the headquarter? So you are linking a concept with several things, and you try to answer that one in your mind or in your copy. So linking a concept and linking that with the other things, and this way you are knowing everything and gathering the knowledge. So it is a kind of way. Another way is you take a book and read whatever you are getting in that book. But what happens if the question is not asked from that book? Then you will be in trouble. So it is proven that go with a concept, go with a prescribed syllabus, go each and every concept or go each and every module, then study. That will be a better thing. Okay. Now straightly come to the topic that has been given to me today. So market-led extensions, challenges and opportunity. So first of the things, have you seen this one? This line is written, that link between agriculture and food industry. So if you write like this, and an examiner like me, read this. Here to search, what is the important thing here? But the same slide, if it is written like this, it is quite clear. This three line is a introduction. This is a point where the student has tried to say something, and he have make some 1 and 2 sub lines, you can say, and he have also bold. Means bold is not possible for copy, but you can use underline or change the color. So he is telling that these things are important. So you just compare this slide with this slide. Which one is more presentable? Obviously the second one. I need your response also. Is it okay, sir? Hello?
Yes, they're
Okay.
allowed to.
So it is better to have some question answer or some response from the audience, sir, because in computer I am not getting that who is listening actually or not. So obviously the second slide will be more catchy, and when an examiner is seeing the answer sheet of 100 people and he is bored, he has given only 1 day or 2 day time to judge all these 100 students, it is a matter of faith that somebody is written a very catchy way and somebody is written these things, the matter is same, but the human psychology will put more marks here or more attention here. More attention means more mark if he find this one relevant. So that is the things that you have to be better on that. Now come to these things, why market extension is important. With the globalization of the market, farmers need to transform themselves from producer seller in the domestic market to producer come seller in the wider market. Means now after the WTO regime, now India has to be, the global market is open for the India. Now the farmers need to be not a producer but a seller also. So with this concept, production-led extension has been shifted towards the market-led extension with this very first decades of this millennium. The issue of marketing of agricultural produce is the adequateness, inadequate supply of inputs, then quality, timely, cost-effective delivery, supply of inputs still is a dream. The problem is the farmers are not getting right inputs or right quantity of quality of inputs at right time, right place. So this is the main problem. Still, it is the problem. Sales of marketable surplus is not remunerative because farmers are not getting the price at the season. Farmers need the money right now because he has invested some money for 3 or 4 months. Now you have to prepare the land for the next crop. So whatever the things is, he is not putting any value, time value or place value or any form value. He is just keeping putting all these things in a market. I am telling you the majority of the farmer who are small and marginal farmers. So they are not getting a kind of value addition out of that. And these things are still prevailing. That's why the group concept came. I will later on, I will show you how the concept of APO came, and APCs are now ruling the country. There plenty of distress still among the farmers. This is the main problem. That is why the things are evolved. So there was a felt need for the market-led extension. So the conversion of product-led extension into a market-led extension was thought of. The orientation of extension system with the knowledge and skill related to the market, that was put it into several things. All the KVKs are well equipped with the market concepts. And if you see that nowadays, KVKs are being pushed for the training of FPOs and all those groups, so that they can have some better business plan, they can have some better market linkage and some management outlook, communication. All these things are now incorporated in the training schedules of the farmers. Then minimization of the product cost. It is very much important, because if you not minimize your production cost, you will not have the edge to market it with a better price. Minimization of the production cost is also a kind of profit. Suppose you are producing a commodity of 100 rupees. So you are getting 110 rupees out of that. So your profit is only 10%. But if you are able to reduce the cost 10%, so it is coming to the 90 rupees and you are selling it to 110. So what is your profit percentage? Your profit percent is 22%. So that is that way. It is important to have a reduction of the production cost also. Then export orientation. It is also important. Why? Because India is a larger producer of agriculture commodities. If Indian farmers are means fix one country or target one country or target one product, which country is required, that one through export channelization, it will be better to have that product which is produced in 90 rupees, it is getting 10 rupees in India. But when you will export in, it is coming $2 per suppose that product. So $2 means nowadays 80 rupees, 160 rupees near about. So the farmers are getting near about 80 to 90% profit out of that. So here, the way that how that market extension was coming to the picture. Then the modernization of the wholesale market to new markets with a new agriculture policy. That is why new agriculture policy came, that how that Indian farmer can take that advantage. And nowadays you can see that Modi government is very much focusing that to make it a special one district, one crop. Likewise, some promotional things are there. They are putting more importantly the PUs and all. These things are coming in a picture. So what is the objective of market extension? It is generally asked in some competitive exams. So students think that all the things of a subject is not important. You need not to study the whole book on market extension. You just need to study what is generally asked. What is asked in questions, means exams. It is a competitive exam. It is not a general exam. So you have to be very much focused what to study and what not to study. It is very much important to understand that what not to study. Okay, I am just giving one example. During my preparation of GRF, I was studying one book was there, one Dhama and Bhatnagar, that extension book was there. It is a kind of 400 pages book, and I invested near about 25 to 26 days continuously on reading one Dhama and Bhatnagar. And after that, one of my senior came and he was telling that, have you read that book? Yes, sir. It is not required. You will not get a single question out of that in any exam. So it is important. I could have saved, or I could have invested my 24 PCS days in other studies. Okay. And whatever I got 6th rank in GRF, I could have improved my rank in that exam. So that is important, what not to study and what is study. So that's why I am telling that you just see the syllabus, make out that what kind of questions are important, make a note, make a set of previous year questions, so that you can have some idea what generally are asked. Okay, but you have to have overall means idea of that concept. Okay, so that is also important. So generally the objectives of market extension are asked. So in this class, I am just putting emphasis on that particular topics which are generally asked in exams. Okay, then strengthening market extension to farms, to the farmers, and IT application in agriculture marketing, the wider use of electronic mass media for agriculture extension. So these four are the mainly objectives, but there you can write 5 or 6 objectives based on your comprehension also. So there is no hard and fast rule that there is only 4 objectives, but these 4 are the major objective. Okay. So some questions may ask that what are the required information for the extension system and the farmers. Make a market extension plan. Whatever we have faced a question in our examination that suppose you are an extension scientist. Okay, then you go for you have gone for a particular district and you see a kind of product, how you will approach. So this kind of thing will judge you how knowledgeable you are. So then how you will go further. So you just have to see the present scenario and land use pattern, how the farmers are using that commodity, what is the share of that commodity, what is the prevailing marketing channel, suitability of the land and crop enterprise, crops in demand in near future, whether this crop will be demanded or not, what is the market price, what is the available input for that, use of input is there, credit utilization, all these things you have to know very thoroughly. Then only you can have some plan. Then only you can have some plan like, okay, this is the production technologies. Now this may be the post-harvest technology like this. Out of this, only 10% or 20% farmers are availing this one. So we can thought like this. So here for interview also, this kind of questions may be asked. So you have to prepare for that. Then the concept of contract farming. You have to know the contract farming concept, how this contract farming concept can help in extension in public extension system. Means how this contract farming, what are the advantages of that, what are the disadvantages of that, and how it will be beneficial for the small and marginal farmers. So these things are there. If the contract farming is there, then why APO came in existence? So you have to question yourself and answer yourself. Then only a concept will build. You make a team of 3 or 4 students. It is very much important to use your friend or make a group of your friends, and it is requested to don't compete with you all, because your friend will help you to identify your shortcomings or your weakness. If you start competing with your friend, then you will miss a good feedback from him. You have to compete to the students of other state or students of other area, but never compete with your group mate. That is a strategy. That is the main strategy. So, and discuss and make a group in every weekend or every 2 or 3 days you sit together, just discuss with a topic, and somebody will tell something and somebody will tell something and somebody will listen. Then you know that reading, the retention is more in case of when you are discussing with these things. Okay, so it is a kind of strategy. So what are the things is that you have to know the several concepts in market extension, which one is better, why it is better, how it is better. So private modern terminal markets are there, then food retail chains are there, food safety and quality standards, then certification and WTO regulation. If somebody in your interview was asking you, okay, you're from Maharashtra, okay, so in your, which university you have from? Oh, sir, I am from Dapoli, or suppose Rauri. In Rauri, which is the prevailing crop? How this crop can be exported? Please give me a 5-minute brief presentation, instant presentation. Then how will you answer? you have to prepare like this. Okay, this much of intensity, this much of alertness. Okay, then only you can succeed in any kind of exam, not only in ARS or GRF and all of these things. You can crack anything. So I am just telling you the way of preparation. So some questions may also come, the roles of leakage extension in light of market extension. Okay, so how an extension scientist can or an extension person can approach. So first and foremost thing is he have to do the SWOT analysis of the market. What is the strength of the market? What is the weakness? What are the different opportunity and what is the threat? Now he have to do one thing. He have to convert this opportunity to the strength, and he have to minimize the threats through that strategies or plans. He had to minimize the weakness and threats. Then the organization of the farmers group like FIGs, APCs are there. How FIGs and APCs can be groomed for a particular market-led extension. Then capacity building of the local groups. Then enhancing communication skill to the farmers. Establishing market and agro-processing linkages. Then advice on product planning, direct marketing, regular use of internet facility. Nowadays it is coming the big data and all these things are coming like blockchain technology. So you just think why I am telling that this last 2 point is not written here, but according to the recent current demand or current trends, big data is coming in a picture. So why not big data can be utilized in market extension? Why not big data can be used in market forecasting? Nowadays, there are several companies are working. How precision farming or weather-based information, risk minimization tools, all these things can be added here. These 5 or 6 are the basic roles. But when you are preparing like this, you are not only restricted yourself to the theories of available theories or available resource material, but you also putting 2 or 3 new points that is currently prevailing in the market or in a nowadays scenario. Then examiner will see, okay, this fellow has written 6 points, but this fellow has written 10 points, and the last 4 points is very much relevant nowadays. So who is updated? Out of 10, who will get more marks? So it is a competitive examination, my dear friend. You have to be competitive enough. So that is the important thing, that not only rely on the resource material you have. That's why I am telling you that make your own note. In your own note, you can add 6 points along with 3-4 new points. Suppose you are attending one class or attending one training, or nowadays there are several webinars are going on. So you are attending one, you just got 2 or 3 important points. So add that point in your respective notebooks where these points are relevant. And if these things are there in your copy, then surely you will have some advantage in your marks, and that will keep you for a kind of better position in case of your rank. Now, what are the problems of market extension? This is also the questions are coming. Like seasonal, just you write there are 3 major problems, like production problem, market related problem, and extension related problem. The seasonality of the production is one of the most important problem. Give one example. Okay, perishability of the produce is another problem in production related problems. Bulkiness of the production is another problem. Give your one suitable example. When you are giving one suitable example, it is indicating that to the examiner that you are very much aware of the concept. The concept is clear to you. Then he will not cut any marks. Then market related, not availability of the market intelligence, it is a problem. And nowadays the farmers are suffering. And if market intelligence is there, then farmer can do like this, or the farmer can have some advantage of the information, and based on that they can sell their product in future or in another market if he have some data or market driven information. Then existence of the many middlemen in India. The farmer shares in consumer rupee is only say 70, but if you go to the other market or the European market, you can see that it is up to 90%. So farmers are doing the role of middleman, and 20% share are taken by the farmers itself. So this kind of explanation will reach your note, means your answer sheet. So this is required. These are the points how you have to remember. I am not written everything in the slides. These are the points which you need to just remember, and you have to write in your examination hall with one or two suitable examples. Okay, that is the things. Then extension related, lack of communication skills are there, lack of credibility and insufficient information related to the market, and many. Now these are the point. Okay, then what to do? Write one line that in this KVK based extension system, if KVK can come forward, or a planning or a policy can be made that KVK should utilize at least communication, credibility, and market related classes in each and every training schedule, this problem can be solved. So you are suggesting something based on your knowledge. So this kind of conclusion are very much appreciated. Okay, so these are the things. Are you taking notes or just listening? Hello? Anybody can?
Yes, sir. We are taking notes, sir.
Yeah. Just keep it. Then one of the important questions that is asked in for ARS, or you can say that for competitive exam like PhD entrance in IRI or this one, 10 or 5 marks question, that what are the difference between production extension and market extension in this topic. Here, why it is important not to write in a line, but in aspect wise, that I need to show you here. Suppose you are here, you have to write difference between production and market and market extension. Okay, you are writing like this: the purpose and objective of production-led extension is transfer of technology. Here, the purpose and objective of market extension is optimum returns. So you are writing the purpose and objective of production. So you are investing means 1 or 2 means 10-20 seconds each and every time to write this one. The purpose of product, the purpose or objective of production extension. Then again, the purpose and objective. Why not to write like this way? Aspects. Purpose or the objective. For production extension, it is transfer of technology. For market extension, it is optimum returns. So then it will be very much clear for the examiner that he or she not only knows the thing, but he knows the point wise. So it is very much appreciated. Now, things is that the purpose and objective of production extension is transfer of technology. Production extension is very much fond of transfer of technologies. Okay, they are not bothering about the returns, but for the market extension, it is they are bothering about the return. They are not bothering about the whatever the technology is. That's why the market extension is promoting the valuable crops more, because they want higher return. The point number 2, you can see expected and end result. Market extension is more oriented towards the higher return. They want higher returns. They do not want that whatever the adoption of practices are there, this much of farmers have adopted, whether they are profitable. It is not asked in production led, but in market led, they are only asking that how much return they have generated through your technology. Then, in case of farmers-led extension system, farmers are seen as progressive farmers. But for the market extension, farmers are seen as an entrepreneur. Nowadays, the market extension is coming in a very big way. You can see that there are so many startups concept has been there, entrepreneurship concept has been evolved, APO concept has been evolved, because the thing is going like this way. The focus of this one is production-led extension is seed to seed. How much seed you have invested, what is your seed, and how you have got the return, means suppose some 10 quintal, 20 quintal per acre like this. But here it is considered rupee in rupee, means how much your cost of cultivation and what is your return on investment. So that is these kinds of things are asked means in case of market extension related researches, or you can see the thing. Then technology, what are the different technology they are used? They are used fixed package of practices based on agricultural zone. But in case of market extension, basket of package of practice of different farming systems are available. Whatever the farmers need, they can use. So likewise, the concept should be very much clear to you. There are 5 points. Another 5 points are these: extensionist interaction. They are doing like training or motivation. In case of market-led extension, they are joint analyzing the problem, and based on the problem, they provide their solution. Okay. Then in case of linkage or the liaison, here research extension farmer linkage is there. Market is missing. But here market linkage in this research extension and market farmer linkage. So make it bold. Market is added. Okay. Then extensionist role, delivery mode, feedback to research system. But here establishment of the marketing and agro processing linkages. Here they are giving only feedback, but here they are giving the marketing processing linkage suggestion and establishment. Then maintenance of record. Here it is very much important, because if they are not maintaining record, then they will not calculate the benefit cost ratio or the internal rate of return, which are very much important to analyze the profitability of a particular business. So the recording is very important. Then IT support, emphasis on the production technology, but market intelligence is very much important in case of market extension. So information communication technology is very much important, plays an important role here. So likewise, you have to write all these things in a very conducive manner, so that your answer sheet can be a visible one and markable one. Another important thing is not only focus the lecture notes or books. You need to visit some sites, like data are asked in your question that what are the different numbers of Inam, what are the number of Inam, how many markets are there, and they will ask some multiple choice like this much, and ABCD. So if you are updated with the recent data, not only you will clear that answer, but in your answer sheet also. Suppose you are writing marketing system in India, so you can put some data according to there are suppose 4,035 Enam primary markets established till 2022. Okay, so this kinds of advancement or the recent data, because you are visiting the sites regularly, you are knowing everything, then you can write that data also in your Excel sheet or your exam sheet. Suppose somebody is written that Enam is important. You are written Enam is important, and up to 2022 there are this much number of Enam has already been established, and through this much of money or this much volume of product has been marketed through Enam. So somebody is written only the nominal answer, and somebody is written the very much informative answer. Here is the difference of answer. You know, the way Shipkhera is telling that winners are not doing any extra work. They are doing the things in a different way. So your answer sheet or your preparation style should have to be like a winner. You have to think like this, not that way, that the traditional way. You are writing the answer of your exam or your means term exam or your BSc, MSc or PhD examination. But for competitive exam, you have to think like this. So for that, you have to visit several e-norm based marketing site or marketing related sites. There are some screenshot I have given you. Just there are farmers portal, Mkishans is there. Then Seednet India portal, you will get the recent data, which state is growing. E-norm portal, you will get some cooperative data also. NCDC website is there, SAPC website is there. There are several also. I'm just not giving the only one screenshot is there. So go and visit all the sites, make yourself updated. Then the main challenges of market-led extension. You can write based on your knowledge. I will share this slides to you all. Just read and make to improve. Try to improve yourself based on you, based on your concept. These 3-4 are the main point, but you can add 3-4 more points based on your idea or your means your understanding. So now come to the private and public linkages in market extension and how FPO and SHG and market extension are coming in a very big way. So first, the concept is what are the benefit of public and private partnership? The time was when we were studying, we were dependent on how that GL Ray or some Adhivi Reddy or some kinds of books were there, how they are written, public-private partnership. Then their way we used to write. But now it is a era of Google. Okay, so you just Google it, the key benefits of public-private partnership. Okay, you will get several figures, several pictures, several PDFs, several PPTs, whatever you found best in your idea. You just take it and keep it in your notebook. Okay, no need to write every time. Just make it a print, make it a Xerox, keep it so that you can at least when you are studying that market extension or you're studying the private PPP, then you at least see that one. I have just take it from Google only, nothing else, because I found this photo is most relevant. The key benefits of public-private partnership. See, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 dimension has been already covered through this picture only. Okay. So consume less time and improve monitoring and understand how, because when government and private parties are coming in a picture, what are the benefits of that? Government need not to invest much more money. The risk is shared. You can see that risk sharing with the private partners. Then it helps to lessen the public sector budget constraints because government is providing suppose 20%, public is providing support 80%. So cost burden for the government is reduced. Then promote innovation and creativity because you know that some constraints are there in case of the both public and private. In case of public, the advantage is that they have the best brain, but they do not have much fund. In case of private, they have funds and somewhat free way of doing their work. So that's why if the idea of both the things are coming in a very big way or in a same platform, it also promotes the innovation and creativity and implementation. That is very much important. The promotes infrastructure development and the local development, then increase technological cooperation, then provide elastic service, reducing the service cost because when these two parties are coming, then build cooperation and cooperative growth through private sector integration. And there are several other points also that you can think of. Now there are several farmers group concepts are there, like community interest group then farmers interest group, self-help group, producer, a farmers producer company, then farmers cooperative, then farmers clubs, and likewise. So questions may arise, what do you mean by farmers producer organization and how it is different from farmers producer company? Can anyone answer this one? Difference between FPO and FPC, farmers producer organization and farmers producer company. What is the main basic difference? Can anyone? Who is there? Vishal? Vishal Shahu? Can anyone tell me, any student, the basic difference between farmers producer organization and farmers producer company? The thing is, all farmers producer company is a part of farmers producer organization. But those farmers organization who are registered under Companies Act, only we can see or we can say they are farmers producer company. This is the main difference. So in this way, farmers cooperative also farmers producer organization. Okay, because they are producing something. Producer, a group of producers are there. So these are the basic concept that somebody is written that APC and APO in simultaneously or interchangeably, but this is not the right way. You have to write APC who are registered under Companies Act, and APO who are not registered under Companies Act but the cooperative or the other act or society act also. So the thing is there, you will just search in Google the difference between that. You will find so many articles there. Now, the important thing is there are several acts which are governing these societies. I am citing these 5-6 acts, and from which you can have some questions in your examination. And most important is Indian Companies Act, because of after that Producer Company Act, some question may arise that in which act these producer companies are registered, under which section or under which article. So likewise, there are several acts out there like Society Register and Society Registration Act 1860, Public Trust, Indian Trust Act, then Multi-State Cooperative Society Act. So there are several acts are there. Based on that, you have to prepare yourself, means the main point of the act, why that act was formed, what was the main point, and through this act, how, means what is possible, means what it is important, how it is empowering the farmers or other public. So these 3 or 4 questions you have to ask yourself when you are studying a particular concept or particular topic. Okay, so coming to the concept that how the FPO has been formed and how this FPO has come in a picture. I will not go in details because it will take much of time. The concept is that self-help group is there, farmers interest group is there, FIG, CIG, community interest group, farmers cooperatives is also there. Their group approach is also already prevailing in India. Then why the concept of farmers producer company come into picture? Because of lack of marketing orientation. Whatever I was telling that in market extension, same thing is there, because the extension system in India was lacking of the market orientation. That's why the market-led extension came into picture. And similar way, they have found that in case of farmers, if a particular kind of organization can be made who are capable of marketing their produce own, then what are the structural changes can be done? And with this concept, the concept of farmers producer company came into picture. Then what was the key important characteristics of the FPO? The corporate body who are registered under farmers producer companies ends with the producer company limited. Okay, it is coming under Company Act 2013, and minimum 10 members or 2 producer institutions in combination also they can make a producer company. Then the members equity cannot be traded, it can only be transferred. So it is one important thing that you need to understand here. Two, three important question may be asked in this farmers producer company, that what is the background of making farmers producer company? So you have to answer this one with the background of market-related extension, the crisis, WTO, then a market orientation of the farmers, how it is important to have farmer shares in producers shares in consumers rupee. Then the problems of marketing in the existing FPOs and all these things, and then the importance of farmers producer company likewise. Okay, now let's see the farmers producer company in a deeper way. It is the amalgamation of cooperative and private company. So farmers producer company is an amalgamation, you can say. The best thing of cooperatives and best things of private company has been incorporated in producer company. Who have done that one? Y.K. Alag. He was an economist, Yoginder K. Alag. He had made that things in a very good way, and that bill that has been given by him. Now, some question may ask, like, what are the difference between the producer company or private company, or what are the difference between the cooperative and producer company? So this note can help you, like this factors or aspects. In registration, private company are coming under Indian Company Act, cooperatives are under Cooperative Society Act. In producer company, it is coming under Indian Company Act. So see that the base thing, Indian Company Act has several liberation to the farmers. That's why under producer company, this act has been selected, not this act, because in case of Cooperative Society Act, some lacunas are there. Then objective, it is working in a multiple objective, cooperative working in a single objective. So which one is better? Multiple is better. See, in producer company, multiple objectives is followed. Then membership, 2 or 10 individual, okay, need not to be primary producer, and any 10 or more individual not belonging to the same family can be making a cooperative. Now, here they have taken this one, but part of this one also. See, any 10 or more individual group association must be the producer. Here, why they are restricting the producer only? Whenever you are going to making one farmers producer company, you have to take certificate from the district or the block that this they are the farmers. Means each and every members of this FPO are the farmers. They will certify, because non-farmers cannot make the FPO, farmers producer organization. So kind of restriction in the entry has been imposed here for the benefit of the farmers only. The area of operation, see here, which one is better? Can operate across the country. but cooperative, it is limited to village, district, maximum to state level. And before the multi-state Commodity Act, that Cooperative Act, it was restricted only in a single state also. But nowadays, it can be extended to the more state also. So which one is the best? Best one is this one, can operate across the country. So it has been taken here. So best thing has been taken here. You can go through this note carefully, and if any question has been asked here, difference between private company to versus producer company, or difference between the cooperative and producer company, you can write from this note only. And this note is also available online. So just Google it, you'll find. So the main advantages, the services provided by the farmers producer companies are production, organization, financial, technology service, social service, educational service, marketing, resource management, well-being, and policy advocacy. I'm coming to the point one by one. You know that APCs are made, they will do some production activities. So for production, which crop should be selected? What is the market demand? Based on that, particular which variety should are preferred. Suppose I am telling just simple one example, rice, a commodity. Then then APO will say, okay, in case of rice variety in Mumbai market, the scented rice varieties demand is high. So for the scented varieties in your place, suppose in Rauri, these 3-4 varieties are there. So a decision was taken that this year or this year onwards, these 3 or 4 varieties will be produced in our FPO, and our target will be to cover the Mumbai market, and we will produce this quantity, suppose 10 ton or 20 ton of rice of this variety, and we will deliver to that Mumbai market. So for these 4 varieties, what is the production production technology related training or all these things, that will be provided from the APO only. So APO are helping in production. Then organization. Organization means in APO, suppose 10,000 members are there, but all these 10,000 members are not a rice grower. Then APO will help, okay, 500 farmers, 500 rice growers are selected, and they are organizing a meeting, training out of that. They're supporting like this. For them, financial help is required. They're helping to negotiate with bank that we are the APO, our turnover is near about 3 crores, 4 crores. So make us, give us a loan of this much of interest, reduce 2% because we will provide you collateral. Likewise, so they are providing a financial support also. Then technological services. Why technological services? Because APO need to produce a best quality product. Then only he will, or that company will earn. So they generally hire some KVK experts or production experts or agronomists, and they will ask them, sir, please come train our farmers, and we will take some consultancy from you with some minimal cost, or either some remuneration will be provided to you. So technological service. Likewise, they can also collaborate with Tata Chemicals. They will approach buyer. They will have Tata Chemical. Likewise, the things is that whatever the best technology they can avail, they will try to avail to provide the technological services to farmers. Then not only APO's obligation is not only to see the profit. That is why APO are different from the private company. They have some social outlook also. Suppose a member of a farmers in a village, they are doing some social activities also for the development of the farmers, immunization campaign, then some awareness campaigns of different social issues. This also are providing strength to the company, and their ties. Then educational support also, not only to train, but to educate farmer. They are conducting several trainings, workshops, and all that. I'm telling you about the big APOs only. Maybe the 3 or 4 circles are covered in the initial stage. When the APO grows, this social education and marketing, then resource management, these things are coming. And lastly, the policy advocacy. Can you remember that when last year, when there was agitation of the triple bills on agriculture, nobody was there from representing the APOs. What APOs are actually asking, how the farm means individual farmers were there, they agitating, and their agitation was there in the New Delhi. But as an organization, how APO are thinking on that, how that bill are beneficial or detrimental. So when APO are grown in a very big way, you can say that I think you may have known about the Shayadri farms. They are in a very big position now. So when a company coming in that way, then only they have some power of policy advocacy. So in the initial stages, only 1 or 2 services are provided. But when a company coming in a very big way, in a far ahead of their journey, they are able to provide all these services, more or less. And these are the total types of APOs are available in India. 56% are working in agriculture, 23% in the multiple. The majority are coming in agriculture, and 23 are working not only in agriculture, horticulture, and all these things. Fruits and vegetables are 8%. Then poultry, dairy, forestry, fishery, bioenergy, handicraft, all these things are there. Nowadays, fruits and vegetables-based APO, along with the multiple things, are coming in a very big way. But you need to incorporate that in your memorandum of understanding on article of association. Okay, so what are the defined questions may be asked in this topic? What is APO and what are the APCs? How APCs can be helpful in augmenting farmers' income? This is a very important question because nowadays you can see 10,000 APOs are going to be established by 2024. So in competitive exam, maybe on 5 marks or 10 marks, they can ask how APC can be helpful in augmenting farmers' income. So then you have to write that means the marketing is the main problem. You start with the problem marketing. That problem are solving through the APCs because APCs has the marketing outlook. Okay, then it will be helpful for enhancing the farmer shares in consumers' rupee, and farmers are not only selling their product, but as the member of that company, they are also getting the share of the profit. Means, suppose I am just giving one simple example, that the earlier example. Okay, so 100 rupees was the cost of production. What are the benefit to joining APO? Joining APO, they will purchase the seeds and other inputs in bulk quantity. So in bulk quantity, 10 to 16%, one research is saying that 10 to 16% cost is reduced. Means the urea, the seeds, and all these things will be cheaper for the farmers. Okay, and when they are selling in bulk, there is a possibility to enhance or to explore more and getting more money, because see, 10 kg or 20 kg a farmer is producing, and he is only exploring the local market. But when one whole APO is taking 10 ton or 20 ton in their volume, they can explore the very large market like Mumbai and all, then there's a possibility to have more profit out of that. Now, so 10-20% of, okay, 10% reduction in the cost of production. So 100 rupees that I was giving the example. So it is coming in 90 rupees. Now, the farmers are selling in 110 rupees in local market, but after joining FPO, he is able to get that sold in 120. So 90 to 120. So 90 rupees was investment, 30 rupees was gain. So 25% profit they are now able to make. Okay. Then how he can get that money? First, he will get that money 90 rupees from the FPO. And after when everything will be done, then FPO will share the profit among the farmers member as a dividend. So the farmers not only will get the price of their crop, but he will also get the dividend due to joining the FPO. So what is the process of FPO registration? It is a very much important question. As a extension scientist, you must know that. So you just explore from Google. So the question, what is AOA, full form of AOA, Article of Association, MOA, Memorandum of Agreement, and Memorandum of Understanding, how MOU and MOA are different. All these things are very much important because in FPO, these things are coming in a very big way. Just one simple I'm giving you. You can make in your own notes like this, in this way. What are the different factors? But the broad is things that when transfer of fund is involved, we go for memorandum of agreement. But when we will no transfer of funds, only the service is there, then we'll go for memorandum of understanding. Memorandum of understanding is a broad outline, but memorandum of agreement is a complete details of plan, how it will approach, what it will do, how it will do, like this one. When coming to a self-help group, a self-help group, commonly abbreviated as SHG, is a financially intermediary committee usually composed of 12 to 25 local women or local person, ages like 18 to 50. SHG is generally a group of people who are working on daily wages or like this and like that. I have taken this from Wikipedia. Okay. Now, how you will answer this question? That define self-help groups and what is the advantage of self-help group? You can define according to Singh et al. Self-help group has been defined as this one. One or two lines. According to Wikipedia, self-help group is defined like this. And overall, self-help group is means and your definition of self-help group is this. So you are just putting 3 lines in your question mark in your answer sheet on this question. Okay. So the examiner will think, okay, he not only know the definition given by one of the renowned scientists who has been working in self-help group since 20 years, but he's also having given the example of the source in Wikipedia, and he have his own concept. Okay, so it is a kind of impressive answer sheet. Then advantage. Don't write advantage in a paragraph manner. I will suggest you to put advantage in a bullet form or point wise. An economically poor individual gains strength as a part of growth. Underline economically poor individual gains strength. That's the one. Besides financing to SHG, transaction cost of both lenders and borrower are reduced. While lenders have to handle only triple SHG account instead of the large numbers of the small size of individual accounts. only one account, there is an advantage. Based on the SHG's account holding, they will have some collateral money from bank. It is also another advantage. SHG will be able to help their member by borrowing some money to the members. Okay. And SHG help borrowers overcome the problem of lack of collateral, and women can discuss their problem and can find a solution. So likewise, there are several advantages. This is a kind of one or two examples. You can add more based on the data. Then you can write in this way also. A subheadings, then some 2-3 points. Okay. So whatever the liking you can use. And one of the most important thing is theories. Whenever you go for an exam and competitive exam like PhD entrance of IRI, they will not only ask you this kind of simple questions, but when the question will be set from the eminent scientists of IRI, they will ask you, suppose, what do you mean by group or group dynamics? Tell me one or two theories which backed by, or you can say the group dynamics theory or group theories, and explains one. Then it is very much important to at least learn 2 or 3 prevailing group theories. So I will suggest you to go through the group theories. These are the group theories that I have used in my thesis. My thesis was in FPO. So I have used a kind of, I have made this group dynamics model with matching with the leadership roles of the BODs and the dynamics based on the performance and time in these 2 ways. It is an innovative way we have made this one. So you can also use your own innovation in defining the concept. I just give you one or two simple example of this theory, like the propinquity theory. Propinquity theory is telling that individual affiliate with one another because of the spatial or geographical proximity. They are making groups. You just give me one simple example. Have you seen that? Suppose in your university, 2 or 3 people from Bihar are there. They are good friends. Or you can see that 2 or 3 people from Bengals are there. They are good friends. They are eating with means moving each other means together. They are means coming to a dining place together. Means kind of cliques or groups they have made. Why? Because of their geographical proximity, their language, their similarity. So it is also a propinquity theory example. When a self-help groups of FPO are formed, a multiple group and a group of farmers growing the rice, because rice farmers, they have a common thing that rice is there. So we are the rice farmer, have a kind of feelings. So based on the, you can make some groups of rice farmers, groups of wheat farmers, groups of this one. It is easy to maintain. Or group or geographical proximity, like 2-3 village make one group because of geographical proximity. Based on the community, based on the geographical proximity, based on the caste, based on all these things, group can be formed. Because theory says that when there is something common, there is a possibility to attach more or more affiliation. So that is important. Then Homan's theory, what Homan's theory was telling that interaction and sentiments are important. Okay, so likewise there are several theories out there. Group dynamics, how these theories are at least read at least 2-3 good theories which defines group and group dynamics, because some questions may ask on that. Okay, so that's all for day. Now, just suggest you to get some best information available. Google is there. Take notes from that. You take notes, take coaching classes, guidance classes. We are there to help you all. Then make your own reading plan that I have told you that what to read and what not to read. What not to read is more important than what to read in case of competitive examination. Then how to approach a concept that I have already cleared, like NABARD. I have given you the NABARD example. Then approach a concept rather than a book. Don't go for book, go for concept, and then search the best book which has defined this concept. Take that portion in your notebook and make that one. It is important. Follow a single book and revise 10 times. It is better. Then follow 10 books and revise one. Okay. It is always better for competitive exam where you have to write some answer. Along with, you have to tick mark. Go for one book, revise 10 times. Then go for 10 books, revise one time. Okay. Then solve test paper. It is very, very, very much important. You will understand your potentiality, your weakness, your answer sheet, how it can be improved. It will give you a mock test kind of situation, simulation, and in pressure how you are performing. Then only you can think of the betterment of your performance. I will suggest some good information, the basic things, you know, all these things, GLA and all these things. But we have written one book, that is Dynamics of Extension Education. Here, so many things are covered. It is already, it is also available in Flipkart. You can direct purchase. GLA and communication, and this is also available in Flipkart and Amazon. These books is there. Dimensional Extension by K. Singh, Lakhan Singh, and R. Rai Burman. This book is also important, and you can some books has some some chapters are very much important, and there are the different strengths. Like in communication, I would suggest to go for Sandhu's book. And lastly, agriculture news. Why it is important? Because every month government are announcing something, somebody is getting some award, and I think some competitive exam, 10-20 marks are there for the general agriculture or the recent trends. Like in case of banking and all these things, the current trends are generally asked. So I will suggest that go to that food and scientific report. Here every month one agricultural news updates which are made by the best students. You can say that IRI students. They are publishing that one every month. Go to these sites. You will get every month in archive. You go for that. Read that one. It will help you a lot. Lastly, I will suggest that go for the best material available, like IRI. In IRI, handbook of agriculture extension are there. In case of ICR, also one handbook of agriculture extension is there. FAO manual of 1997, it is also there. GLA books are very good. Go for Wikipedia for sociology and psychology related concepts. It is remarkable there. Then go for research papers for in-depth analysis. I will suggest you to go for AESA blogs, and lastly food and scientific reports. So thank you all. If you have any questions, you can ask them.